So today I will be guiding reflective art. And what I was thinking we might do today is a gratitude gallery. And this has to do with gratitude and a creative way to share really in our own way. So before we get started, I wanted to just emphasize that you're welcome to participate at your own pace and at your own comfort level. And again, you don't have to share anything that you don't want to share, meaning that there's no need to turn your camera on or come on screen to share. And before we get started, I'll talk about what a gratitude gallery is. So I'm imagining all of us, perhaps with a piece of paper, imagine that it was a wall. And on the wall, we draw different frames, and in those are different pictures of moments where you felt gratitude. So before we get started, I do want to just take a few minutes to allow everyone to gather their supplies, and then we'll get started. And again, you don't have to use any specific colors or pencils or crayons. You can use anything you want to write or draw. I'll just wait about a minute or two for that. Okay. So we won't jump into the drawing just yet. What I'd like to do is perhaps take a couple minutes. You're welcome to close your eyes or look around your space while we're doing this. Or perhaps maybe think of a person, a place, or a moment where you experienced enjoyment or comfort. And I'd like you to notice how your body, how it feels to remember that. You might feel warmth in your chest. It might bring on a small smile, might bring on a feeling of calm. So hold on to that feeling and keep it in mind as we get started with our art making. So I'm going to go ahead and share a guide, things that you might consider, ideas to elicit a memories, and then we'll start drawing after we look at this list I'll share. Okay, take a moment to read over the list, and you don't have to choose all of these. I'm thinking about perhaps picking three of these from this list. And if you don't like any of them, that's okay too. So I'll give it a moment for you to look over the list. Okay. So now as you start drawing, there are a few options here to get started. First, you might start with a square on your page. I think I would like to do three, but you can draw as many of those. You can draw one, or you can draw many more than that. And you can change the shapes of the squares that are the frame. So you might start with that as well. You might consider colors or different shapes. Maybe a warm color can represent joy, or a soft shape to represent a feeling, or feelings like peace. You might choose a shape or color. So with mine, I will go ahead and get started and I can show it all to you just to give an example of what you might do. Okay, as I'm showing here, three shapes. I have two that are just square shape, and one is circular. And you can also decorate the frames, with different shapes. Make them more ornate if you'd like. You can keep them simple where they're square or straight edges. And so I might get started with the frame and decorating that. For example, showing here, I decorated my circular frame and I'll decorate the others. And showing here again, I made the squiggly lines around mine. And I like to hang my pictures. You can see I added a line or wire. And with yours, you can maybe have it sitting on a table, it's lying flat, or perhaps your pictures are outside. Really, any place that you can consider. It doesn't have to be any place either. So I will give you perhaps another minute if you'd like to decorate your frames. And then we will get started with the pictures inside the frames soon. So I'm just reading the prompts here and thinking. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you where I'm at. I've added little details down below. I added stars on one of the frames. So in 1 minute, I'll go ahead and explain about the pictures inside of the frames. Okay, so now with your blank frames, you might consider, and if you'd like to look over the list again, really thinking about what allows you or provides you with peace or joy, enjoyment, or something that, yeah, gives you that joy, that warmth. For me, for example, I'm trying to learn how to grow plants, so I think I like to draw that. Maybe something in your immediate space or a memory, something that happened from the past, a favorite memory of yours. It could be a lot of different things. And so I might start with my plant, drawing that, and I can show you that. So if you'd like to go from here, you can do that. Okay, so I'll just show you one of my frames that I am done with. Just showing here the plant. And sometimes I might make a mistake and I don't like it, but I'm still learning to draw and really just grateful for being able to grow plants. It's a good reminder that I'm still growing. So I will go ahead and give you 5 more minutes before we transition to the sharing portion. So go ahead and fill in your frames you want. And if you're not done with it, that's okay. You don't have to finish. You don't have to color it all in. Really, whatever your pace is okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you know we have about 5 more minutes and soon we'll be on to sharing. So you might think about how this is making you feel, maybe the temperature that you're feeling, the colors, maybe patterns. You could always draw stars if you like stars and draw that as a pattern. You might just take note of what you're noticing thus far. Continue drawing though, if you'd like. Okay. For some of you, you might still be drawing, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have done. I've completed. So I have a plant, also crosswords with yarn and mountains. So if you want to look at your art, and it's okay if you're not done with it yet, you might take a look at it and just take note of what you notice. See what you notice.